Biba Balula, she's my baby, Biba Balula. I don't mean maybe. Oh, Afterlife. Yes. Hello, everybody. Before I go and start a new game, I'm going to show everybody the cheesy intro that the game showed me. It is indeed a very cheesy intro. Legacies! I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be like that, but I guess it is. Who knows?
Scalpel.
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 Sponge.
Sponge.
Spenge.
Clamp.
Clamp.
Clamps.
Terrier.
Terrier.
Doggy.
What the?
Blood pressure 900/12, doctor.
Get me 15 deciliters of phenylalanine, stat.
Still nothing, doctor.
Damn. Hand me those electrocardioid stimulators, nurse.
The what?
The jumper cables, you fool! Hurry!
Oh, here.
Clear!
The defibrillators.
I'm still not getting anything, doctor.
Again! Clear! Live, damn you, live!
It's not alive!
Doctor, we've lost him.
Damn! So, you want to go out for a drink?
Oh, hell yeah. After a death, I always want to go for a drink. Well, there you go. A cheesy intro to Afterlife. Man. Well, I'm just gonna go straight into the game. Easy, medium, hard. I think I will go with easy. Because I just usually want to ease into new games, so I always go with easy. 100 bottles of beer on the wall, 100 bottles of beer. So I've got 9,999,999 credits. It's year 0, and we're at the micro view. Audio settings. I think we're in Australia. No, Himalayas. Those are the throat singers. It's gonna lower these just a tiny bit. Now though. Okay, let's see. Tempo. Divine intervention, mortal plotting, hounds of hell, demonically fast. I'll keep it at divine intervention, thank you. Bad things. No bad things. Birds of paradise, bats out of hell, my blue heaven. Hell freezes over, heaven knows. Hell in a handbasket, paradise, and disco inferno. Are you saying that disco inferno is a bad thing? Shouldn't be. Technology announcement, planet disaster announcement, message box timeout. Yeah, okay, let's see. Macro manager, map view, graph view, planet view. 5,000 inhabitants apparently. Ha ha ho ho, Oprah Okra, Alf Ralph Suma Susa. What the hell is all this? There's so much to learn. Nothing to graph. Well, undeveloped astral territory. Okay, that's the Heavens River. This is the Hell's River. Yeah. Okay, got it. So what's this? Karma portals. Okay. Heaven and hell. Oh, are these Heaven's River? No, what is this thing? Okay, guess it won't show me that then. Jesper and Aria. Okay. What territory was that? Undeveloped astral territory. Whatever that means. That is it. Well, at least I can get closer. Okay, right click moves the map. Just like in SimCity. What is this? Undeveloped astral. But there is something going on there. The isometric view and everything kind of reminds me of XCOM Apocalypse. So this is a tycoon game, only you manage the afterlife. Yeah, that's what I think it is. It's like SimCity, except you control souls. Okay, let's see. So that's the graph view. So what is this? Envy, contented. Avarice, charity. Gluttony, temperance. Sloth, diligence. Lust, chastity. Wrath, peaceful. Pride, humility. So those are the areas that I can construct. 7 deadly sins or 7 heavenly... 7 divine... can't remember what the word for it is. The opposite of sin. Divine chastities. Chastity actually is one of them, so it cannot be chastities, because chastity is one of them things. Is this game developed by same people that created SimCity? No, this is LucasArts. SimCity is Maxis. Or what used to be Maxis. EA and Maxis. But this is LucasArts. You wouldn't think that LucasArts would make a city building game, but they did. And this is it. So let's see. Heaven's Gate, Dante class, cost, capacity to... Why is Heaven's Gate Dante class and Hell's Gate is Milton? Should those be around? Because Dante had the Inferno. Heaven's Gate, Pearl class and Belial class. Nice. Throne class and Obsidian class. Those are both 5 million. What was I talking about chastity? You sure? Hope heaven doesn't have chastity. Try to sell that to the people. It is one of the divine attributes is chastity, while in hell it's lust is the deadly sin. It's the opposites of the deadly sins. I have no idea. You would think that this kind of game would have some kind of a tutorial to go with this. Well, if I would read, I could say that there is a tutorial. Getting started.
Good afternoon, Your Holiness, and welcome. I look forward to assisting you in your new role as demiurge of this planet. My name is Jasper Wormsworth.
Nice to meet you.
And I am certain when you have seen the services I can provide, we can strike a deal that will be mutually beneficial.
I hope so.
Welcome, 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 boss. I'm Aria Goodhalo, and I'm your heavenly helper. Hiya, Wormy.
Look what the cherubs dragged in. We'll discuss my compensation later.
Oh,
Sure thing.
Pooh, don't be such a meanie.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? We're here to help you set up a smoothly running hell.
And
heaven.
If we must. But let's use hell as our initial example. It's so much more interesting.
You gotta be intrigued.
And uglier.
As I was saying before Featherbrain intruded, the first thing you need to do is set up a gate to allow souls to enter the infernal regions.
Okay.
Click on the first button in the third row. Here, I'll do it for you. And
Okay.
you will see a display of potential gates.
Yeah,
Since you're new on the job and your resources are limited, I'll just pick out the most, well, economical of the three. Now we find a parcel of open real estate and place it by clicking on the map, like so.
Welcome.
Ooh, but it looks so empty out there all by its lonesome.
Much like your head, my dear.
Hey, don't be nasty.
Actually, the virtuous little ninny does have a point. All we've built thus far is a gate, an entrance into hell. If we want anything to happen in hell, we'll need to build some punishments. Before we build our punishments, let's lay down some road, so the poor sods have some way to get to them.
Okay.
We do that by clicking on the road button, then clicking next to the gate, then holding down the mouse to drag the road out until it covers a good long distance.
Typical.
We can start zoning for punishments now. So I'll go up to those solid colored blocks at the top of your remote control. Each color represents one of the 7 deadly sins. I'll start with the green one, envy, one of my personal favorites. Now I'll find an open spot by the road and click and drag to create a 3x3 envy zone. Simplicity itself.
Yeah.
We then do the same with the other 6 sins, and voila! A scrumptious little mini hell.
Scrumptious.
Well, heaven can wait, but not forever, you know. Let's just scroll up. That's it. And put down a pretty little gate right here. Isn't that spiffy?
Adorable.
Oh, don't be naughty, Wormy. Oops, I forgot. That's your job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we need some road and lay out our reward zones. There you go, boss. Don't you just love it?
Yeah, it's very colorful. Almost all the colors of the rainbow. Except the rainbow doesn't have brown.
Now let's change your tempo to mortal plotting. And wow, look at those little buildings go. It's official. You're in the afterlife business.
Woo! Afterlife tutorial number 1 getting started is over. All done. Good, yeah, cool. Kind of abrupt ending there, if you ask me. So at least now I know how to build stuff. What else is in the tutorials? Lost souls, basic karma, your workforce, graphs and maps, limbos, rocks and siphons, ports. I'll get to those we'll get to those, you know, throughout the game. Can I have some music now? Thank you. You already found a heaven annoying? They made her a dummy dum-dum while the devil is a businessman, as you would expect. Okay, let's start making those pearly gates and stuff. Those, you're just evil incarnate. That's why you don't like her at all. You just prefer everything to be evil. As I've noticed the way you speak about things in games that happen in the games that I play. You just everything to die or suffer or whatever. Don't deny it. We've seen what you've been typing every time there's something that happens in an adventure game or something. We've seen you. You cannot deny it. You're evil. You can't hide your true selves from us, Mr. Evil Man. Well, I didn't realize it just now. You just confirmed it that you are super evil. No, you're not little evil. You're super evil. So let's make a gate. Welcome to Space Crusade. So that's the heavenly, the hellish gate. I'm gonna make this one over here. Welcome. They should sound like the heavenly gate sounded like an alien to me. Also, I just noticed that's the LucasArts sign there. Yeah, let's see. We got red. Avignon. Well, let's make all of these then. Not really sure what is the best for all of them, so I'll just make everything 3 times 3. It's just for starters. That's the best way to go. Because the game taught me to make them so. And also, there is a zoning generic. Ah, that's the rainbow color then. Just generic stuff. Ah, that changes the angle of the map. Okay. So let's make a path down here. Like so. And zoning for this place. Zoning, zoning, zoning. Zoning, zoning, zoning. Oh. At least I don't need to worry about fire departments, police stations, schools, and such. Or maybe I do. You never know. Okay. I've got zones for both of the places. Let's put the tempo to mortal plotting. Speed it up just a little bit and watch our things grow. Soul mover karma, okay, whatever that is. Zoning tracks, so I can make bigger buildings than others, whatever those are, and also apparently I can make tracks. Community colleges of the clouds. I do need schools, apparently, after all. Unavailable? Nope. Unbuildable? Not yet. Nope. Can't build this. Okay. Those are unavailable. The little Limbo bar. The Limbo bar and grill. The Limbo inn. I wonder what these are supposed to be. Okay, so let's go to global tempo back to the divine intervention. It says I got 3 lost souls here. I wonder what that all means. Intended, humble, proud. Okay. Currently, my income is going down on both. Not a big surprise. Tech level is fire. Okay. Lots of stuff to learn about this game here. How can I get the view of not setting down anything? As in, not zoning or anything, I want my... It would be nice to get the... That's it. That's what I wanted. So what do we have here? Dead Man's Curve, zoned for avarice. Jerky City. Stickies. Taco Inferno. A dollhouse. The Real Underworld. Immortal Back Alley Battle Warriors. That's a cool name. Lust Freezers. Punishing Peep Show Pavilions. The Itch. Sweat Shops. I wonder if they really do have real sweat in there. Anything else? Out of the Frying Pan. No, of course. Duh. All the deadly sins seem so tasty and sweet. Now watching this game, you remembered of Utopia. You know what I mean? The television game? I've never played that. That's the only utopia that I can think of right from the get-go, the television game. Vacation slides of the gods. Okay. What else do we have here? Your home is your castle. The eternal afternoon. The only non-sleazy singles bar in creation. I thought you wouldn't have any singles bars when you have chastity. Valentine Town. That's more like it. You are already a winner. Lost and found. Lands of milk and honey. The perfect party. Humble pie. Press conference. Okay. Fishing holes. Heaven is weird. Not really sure if I know Utopia on the Amiga. The only Utopia game that I really do know is on the Mattel Intellivision. So what else can I build here? What would be useful? What does this generic do? I'm gonna build a small generic area there. Also one in heaven and see what happens. Might as well turn around a little bit here to see where the road is. Make a little bit more so I can put down a generic. There. And just see what happens. If anything. Chastity isn't abstinence, it's just another form of moderation or temperance, knowing when why not to have sex. Ah, of course. Of course. Not abstinence, it is just not constant banging. That's what chastity is. I mean, not all priests do abstinence. There are only a few priests that would do abstinence, otherwise they just have chastity. They only bang if they want to have offspring. In the name of God. Or such. So what are these big pillars? A road in hell. 314 souls. What are these huge pillars here? What do they mean? Well, if I have... I guess I would know if I took another tutorial to find out. Maybe I should. Well, before I do that, I'm gonna save the game. No, start. So, let's see the lost souls.
Oh, geez, boss, you're in a pickle.
Well, I only got 3
Have you noticed
lost
those great
souls.
big colored spiky things with colored balls on the top? Those mean you're losing souls.
Okay.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Please do.
Gosh darn it, Wormy, it's important. Think about all those poor wandering spirits without an eternal home.
Actually, I was thinking more about the impact on the eternal budget. Lost souls equals lost pennies.
Well, that's important too, I guess. Anyway, boss, here's what you do. First, let's look at the color of the lost soul spike. It's blue. This means that here in heaven, souls are looking for humility rewards, but can't find any.
Or it
Okay.
could signify that the heavens' humility rewards are full.
Yeah, that too. In any case, the easiest way to fix the problem is to add more humility zones.
that's
Just
what
click
it
on the
means.
humility zoning button, which is coincidentally the same color as the lost soul spike, and drag a new area of humility zoning nearby. In a few years, your losses will be a thing of the past.
As you may have surmised, the color of the lost soul's spike indicates the color you need to zone for. If you see a green spike, make more green zones, a brown spike, more brown zones, etc.
Sometimes you can lose souls because your roads aren't connected. Like these two. Just hook them up with another road
Makes
tile
sense.
and say bye-bye to your lost souls. Bye-bye.
By the way, sir, if you should ever notice one of those lost soul spikes with a miniature karma station on top, you might wish to check the road and karma track connections to your karma station bases and your karma portal bases. And if perchance you should spot a miniature gate on top of a spike, make sure you have enough properly connected gates to handle the influx of population.
Why, Wormy, you were positively helpful.
My dear Miss Goodhalo, helpful is my middle name.
I thought it was Herbert.
Thought it was Herbert. Okay, so now I know what those are. Those are the lost souls. So let's take a look at these guys then. So I guess that is supposed to be the karma thing. Soul Mover Karma Station. I guess that's what they need, so I'm gonna build that there. Although I'm not really sure what I just did. It sounded like that's a train station thing. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm doing something bad. Is there a way to bulldoze these things? Can I delete anything that I've just built? Nuke structure, that's what I need. Okay. I'm sure they want the Soul Mover Karma Station, Magic Bus Karma Station, Magic Bus. We're gonna go underwater or something. He did say that it means something about Karma Station. Stuff. How about basic karma?
Many souls will, after a time, choose to reincarnate themselves into a new body on the planet. It's imperative that you, the demiurge, meet these souls' reincarnation needs.
Unfortunately, the only way a soul can reincarnate is by going through a karma portal, which is a trans-dimensional nexus thingy that floats halfway between heaven and hell.
When a soul enters a karma portal, it's instantaneously transported to its new body and its new life.
Ooh, and it makes a neat little purple flash of light.
This is all well and good, but it does beg the question, how are you, the demiurge, going to get your souls all the way from here to here?
Ooh, I know.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
The way to get souls to the karma portals is with karma vehicles, which run on karma track and are dispatched from karma stations.
That's what I
Well,
thought.
that certainly clears everything up.
No, really, it's easy. Look. First, click on the karma station button on your remote. Now pick a karma station. I'm going to choose the least expensive one because it's early in the game. Now, find an empty place near your road and drop your new karma station.
You know,
Yeah.
that building doesn't look anything like the karma station you selected.
That's because that building is the karma station anchor that holds the real station in place, you silly. The real karma station is floating directly above it. Halfway between heaven and hell, see?
I see. But why is the karma station anchor all black and cracked?
That's 'cause the karma station hasn't been hooked up to the karma portal with some karma track, Grumplepuss. Watch. First, I'll click on the karma track button. Now I'll click and drag a karma track from my karma station to the karma portal. Voila!
I'm sorry, but I don't see any karma track. All I see are several cheesily cycling blue squares.
That's because you're not looking up, silly boy. See, there's the karma track we just built. Like the karma station, the karma track is anchored in hell, but actually exists in between heaven and hell. If we watch for a couple of seconds, we'll probably even see a karma train go by, whisking souls back to the planet.
Most impressive. I assume the procedure is similar in heaven.
Oh, you betcha. In fact, since heaven and hell share the same karma track, I can connect heaven's first karma station to the existing track by dropping it next to those blue squares. Now,
Lots of
I've got a
noises.
functional karma station for heaven that's connected to a karma track that's anchored in hell. See?
Remarkably well done, you relentlessly perky cherub. Is there anything else the demiurge should know about reincarnation?
Please
Oh,
tell.
probably. But those are the basics. Hey, wanna go get a root beer?
Demons do not drink root beer.
Yeah, I would imagine they drink real beer. Okay, what I should do is go to the audio settings and turn down the sound effects a lot. Those are really loud sound effects. There we go. It's not good for business to have lost souls, Dose. I mean, lost souls do not bring the money in. You gotta think about the moolah, man. And lost souls are worth zip. It's business. And if they are lost for a long period of time, then they will go into limbo. And that is even more lost money. So we build that. And then I connect this to there. I think that is it. Let's see. Yeah, that seems to be it. It's way over there. Crap. Let's see, if I want to make a road to connect that. I think this would be the smartest way for me to get this here. There we go. Alrighty. That should take care of all the lost souls. Lost soul BSness. I hope. I'm not too sure. Wouldn't that be the ultimate torture to be in limbo for eternity? But limbo is not hell. Limbo is the eternal lost space between heaven and hell. There's nothing there, not heaven nor hell. It is the eternal. It would be eternal torture, but not hell would not profit from it. At least hell is an experience limbo would be maddeningly dull. Exactly, because there's nothing there. That's what limbo is. It has nothing in it. It is not connected to hell. It is not connected to heaven. It is completely void of anything. You're not thinking business smarts here, Dose. I thought you were evil. Now you're losing your evil points, but by not knowing evil business. Souls are the business here. Let's make more paths around here. Then make more paths around here too. That. What should I build? It's all red with the souls, so I'm wondering what that means. Graps, what do you tell me? I'm on the minus. Alf and Ralph. Okay, whatever those mean. I have no idea what everything here means. No idea at all. Sure, those are supposed to be abbreviations of stuff. But I have no idea what abbreviations of what. Macro Manager. Okay. So let's see what other buildings I can build here. TOUMs, or the 100,000 penny pyramid. Well, not really pennies, those are credits. Babs, crystal cities, and palaces of pincer peril. Nice alliteration with that. Palaces of pincer peril. Not really sure if this is a good idea, but I'm gonna build that one, at least. Nice organ. And I'm gonna build the heavenly one as well. Over here. Gonna play organ or something else? Let's zone out some more around here. Putting more zones everywhere. Putting more zones down everywhere. Great music. You bet this game was sold with the idea that the manual will be the copy protection. Probably, I don't know. There wasn't any copy protection in the beginning or anywhere, so. Okay, I still don't know why those are there. Maybe if I speed things up a little bit. Ah, they're gone right away. Good. So that didn't help. It was exactly what was needed. Divine Utopia, 78% and 81% full. It's already filled up. I wonder what those really even are. You need an infernal dystopia. Yeah, utopia, dystopia, of course. I guess that is where angels are made, and this is where demons are made. Or something like that. Souls turn into those. Are you sure you have enough jerky cities around here? That's nothing but jerky cities. What's this? Islands of Yip Dogs. Punishment for evil souls. The Age of Aquarium. It's the Age of Aquarium! So if it's the, Islands of Yip dogs. Does that mean it's full of those little shitty dogs that just keep going yip 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 yip? I hate those dogs. I really hate small dogs that constantly bark. Especially if they're the very yippy ones. They're very annoying. It's just the noise that they make. And they never shut up. If I were to get a dog, I wouldn't get a small dog at all. There's a crashing plane there. That's fascinating. Welcome to your flightmare. Good name. Those are the Lost Freezers. Punishing people for villains, yes. The real underworld. Immortal back alley battle warriors, yeah, we've already seen those. Anything new? We've seen all of these. Small dogs are the worst. Yep. Already seen that one. Seen that as well. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new there. Yeah, that's that one. Yep, 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 yep. Happily ever after. Cool. I wonder what happens if I make a really big one. How big can they be? Let's make a peaceful one. I'll make it 5 times 5. See what happens. Aha, it's not letting me build anything there, so 3 times 3 is the biggest one that you can go for. That is good to know that 3 times 3 is the highest grid. There you go. Goody goody goody.
Strictly on the QT, Your Excellency. This imported labor is ripping you off. You'd be better off training your own workforce.
Jasper's right, boss. You really should build some training centers in heaven and hell.
Good idea. Let's go for it. Community Colleges of the Clouds. Let's build that. Let's put it on this one. And for hell, we shall have the Burning Annex. Put that down here. Of course. In heaven, it's like a school. In hell, it's a whipping school. Community Colleges of the Clouds. Angelic Training Center. Cool. A demonic boot camp, of course. Should have known. So I'll put the remote down here. So, what else do you have to say for me?
It appears that neither heaven nor hell are evolving as well as they could, Your humongousness.
Well, that's because the boss hasn't tapped into any of those infinity rocks with an ad infinitum siphon.
True. One wonders how long it will be before he actually figures it out.
Well, one wonders what the hell you're talking about. Siphons? Nobody's told me about any siphons. Heaven's ad infinitum siphon. Whoa. Flying piggy bank, eternal trust savings and loan. Those are like advertisements. Come to heaven. You shall be rewarded for all eternity for thine goodness. Or something like that. Okay, I can't put it there. I'll just lengthen the road a smidge. And then put down. Put it down here. Nope. Here? No. On the road? No. Here? No. How about here? No. What the hell? How do I use this? Where can I put it? Tutorial? Can you help me out with this? Workforce, grass, and rocks and siphons.
So, like who's gonna tell the boss about the rocks?
Or
Rocks.
siphons.
You actually have something to say about rocks. I knew heaven was stiflingly boring, but you really have so little conversational material that you spend your time talking about rocks?
Not ordinary rocks, silly. I'm talking about the big old rocks so heavy the boss can't lift them. You know, the ones that you find all over the plains of heaven and hell.
Oh, those rocks. Yes, they're so much more interesting than plain old dull rocks. Why don't you go talk to them instead of boring us with your constant prattle?
She's not
Because
really
the
boring
boss
me.
needs to know about how the siphons work.
Yeah.
See this button here, boss? That's
Huh?
the one that brings up the ad infinitum siphons.
Uh-huh.
It also brings up banks, but we'll talk about those later. Siphons draw little bits of infinity, what we call ad infinitum, from the rocks. When you put a siphon down next to a rock like this, the rock begins to pulse, showing that you've tapped into it.
Did it ever occur to you that the demiurge might like to know why he'd want to tap into ad infinitum?
Yes.
Oh yeah, duh. Thanks, Wormy. The ad infinitum energy helps make your fate structures evolve. With ad infinitum, you'll get much larger and keener looking rewards and punishments. Without it, you'll never see some of the afterlife's better buildings. Ever.
Is that
Okay.
all you have to say about rocks?
Did I mention that the siphons have to touch other buildings, roads, or rivers to spread the ad infinitum?
You have now.
Okay then, I'm done.
Say good night, Arya.
Good night, Arya.
Okay, so that's how they work. I need to put them on these rocks. Gotcha. Gotcha. So let me put down a road all the way over. Like so. Then the siphon goes here. And also here. There. I got 2 siphons going. How about over here? Okay, then I can put one down here. And here. Yay! I'm siphoning rocks for stuff. So am I getting any workforce? 0 trained. Community colleges of the Colossus are low-intensity, low-yield angel training centers. Their motto is, if you got a head, we've got a halo. And they've been living up to the credo for centuries, methodically training even the densest of souls until they've earned their wings. This training center is unpopulated, employing 100 angels, active, under moderately good vibes, close enough to a road. Alright, 8% capacity. Good. They are actually starting their training. These low-pressure, low-yield dormitories train damaged souls for the duties of demonhood in a laid-back, casual manner. Turn their wings. Oh, they do have wings. Trainees are merely required to attend 6 months' worth of demon workshops and complete a multiple choice test that's only slightly more difficult than the one at your local Department of Motor Vehicles. Burning Annex graduates are openly mocked by Hell's other demons. Good. That's the way we like it. Yes. Maybe it's just you, but the game music is a bit loud compared to your voice. Okay. Let me fix that, shall I? Is that better? I hope so it is. Okay. So... when a demiurge needs angelic housing slapped together in a hurry, he can't do any better than a 100,000 penny pyramid. Constructed from large prefabricated sheets of Cloud9 brand canvas and held aloft by 10 pegs of light, these cities efficiently meet the labor needs of the beginning divine planner. Okay. Dystopia building is under moderately good vibes. So that's what it does. It just houses angels that are going to be my workforce. Good thing I built those. Nothing needs to be zoned there. No lost souls around. Rocks being siphoned for stuff. You ought to be in pictures. Huh. Cool. Good thing a drug door isn't around. He'd be burdinating that stuff. Castaways. Why would castaways be good for chaste souls? Castaway wouldn't be a good thing for anybody except if you're in limbo. Heaven works in mysterious ways. Ah, a new building has been built in here in the building area with the buildings stuff. What's this? Hell Rose Place. Clever. So the real underworld is also a joke about a TV show that I can't remember right now what it is. Dead Man's Curve. Makes sense. What are you? Pinhead Pizza. Oh, it's got a pinhead in the snowman. Is that a reference to Hellraiser with the snowman to Jack Frost? Could be. They're both 80s movies. Junior High. Junior High is a punishment for souls. San Quentin's Quarantine. Ah, ooh, what's this? Not so divine comedy clubs. I think they're gonna be throwing tomatoes at everybody all the time in there. Sounds like they would. Well, if you are a castaway all alone, it's pretty hard not to be chased. Castaway together, nothing to do but bang outside with no peeping toms. Would you be really chased then? Reward for chastity in life, like you ought to be in pictures for humility. I guess so. DNA Park. I wonder what that is a reference to. Gardens of Mortal Delight. Well, heaven is getting packed. I should build more zones. Content. I need more zones for peace and humbleness. Let's see. Peace, 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 peace. So more of that. Oops, too far. Blow that shit up. Peace and what was the other one that I said? Humble. Humble. Where is humble? No. Humility. Humility. That's zip. That seems like something new. Celeste Tech. For diligence. Huh. Makes sense. Technology and stuff. Let's see, let's build more road. Where these souls are going, they still need roads. Okay, connect all the places together, just because. So what is this zone? Happily ever after. Good souls. Oops. I think that's just generic, yeah. That's just generic, so let's get it a little bigger. Zoom out and go to hell. Literally. So junior high is evil souls, so that's the generic area. So I'll make that bigger as well. See what it becomes. Etc. Hell's infinitum. Cipher that. More roads. Oops. There we go. Can I make a road through that? Yep. There we go. Hey, it's in low. Man, they're really zoning everything in here. So let's make more zones. That's what they need. That's what they want. Damn, they are building it right away. I can hardly keep up with this. Holy crap. A lot of souls coming into hell. Hell is in demand these days, apparently. Can the heaven lose souls to hell and vice versa? I don't know. Don't ask me any questions about the game. This is the first time I'm playing it. But maybe there's somebody who has played this game before, they can answer your questions. So keep asking them. I want to know too. If anybody gets a question in their mind, ask it. Maybe somebody will know who has ever played this game before. I know they're not strictly directed at my face. It's just mostly I always assume that you're asking the question from me. when you are really not. Gonna make this whole patch into generic. All good souls go into the Rainbow Road. Holy crap. Good thing I made that. There. Siphoning a lot of those stones now. Was there any close by? Any others close by here? Like you? And that stone? Alright. So can I get some rewards now? Apparently not. I know, I'm breaking the menu! That's not a good thing. Why is the menu breaking? Can I just press? There, save game. Stuff. Let's ask about Limbo.
So, my dear Ms. Good Halo, would you like to enlighten the demiurge on the subject of limbo bars?
Ew! Those things are so... Ew! I don't know why
Sleazy?
we allow them in heaven to begin with.
Sleazy?
Frankly, I'm not too fond of them either. Hell loathes second chances. However, duty calls, so. Limbo bars, your mightiness, are temporary havens for lost souls.
Oh.
Those displaced spirits who, for one reason or another, cannot find what they're looking for in the afterlife. Normally, lost souls drift out of your afterlife forever, causing you to lose many a penny for each one that slips from your grasp.
With
Okay.
limbo bars, though, you can temporarily stave off your losses.
Regrettably, yes. Here's how it works. Consider this little slice of heaven over here. Just 4 kicks will destroy the road that connects it with the rest of heaven.
Hey, stop it!
Shh. I'm making a point. As you would expect, without the connecting road, souls are being lost left and right. Here's where a limbo bar comes in handy. I'll just click on the limbo bar button, pick a bar, and put it down somewhere where we can see it. Once I've started the simulation running again, you'll notice that the lost soul spikes have disappeared, and that the limbo bar's little canisters are moving up and down. This means that the limbo bar is attracting customers and entertaining them until the road is fixed.
You mean getting them drunk, don't you?
Well, yes. Studies have found that the only thing that can keep a lost soul from drifting off is the promise of free beer. Unfortunately, each limbo bar is equipped with only a limited supply of inebriants, and when they run out, boom.
So it's a good idea not to count on your limbo bars too much.
No, yeah, I wouldn't trust them for a long while. I would only use limbo bars if I'm in a real pickle. So what's this then? Roasts. Humble souls will get roasts. Huh. Interesting. Didn't think that they would just go into comedy clubs to get roasted. But then again, roasting somebody actually is a very... It's an appreciation of the person. Celebrity roasts and such. it's a celebration of the achievements of the person. And that is when all of their friends will come there and tell horrible jokes about their personality. Happy Harvest Farms. Okay. I saw something new as well around here. No, not that. No, that's thought I saw something new, but I guess it's nothing new. There, perfect spot cosmic back rub. It's that thing right there. And this one. Seventh Heaven Stretch. Contended will be getting some baseball practice in heaven. Hello, statue. What are you? Monuments to humility. Yeah, very humble of you making a huge statue for yourself. Coffee shops of the word. Ah, literature. Cool. There's something new as well. It's a cat's life. Ah, diligent. Diligent souls get cat houses. It's kind of cute. It's a big. It's a multi-storied cat house with cats in there. Ooh, I see 666. Convention of the Damned. Is it the ungrateful undead playing in there? Dead Man's Curve. What's this? Hell Octoplex 666. 666. Amphitheaters of Anguish. I wonder what happens there. Probably extremely bad comedy, horrible singing and such. Is this part of the Dead Man's Curve? Oh. It's a different thing. It looked like a person there just sitting, but it's actually cars going inside the cave. And the immortal back alley battle warriors look like joysticks. I guess that they are supposed to be like the TAC2 joystick. The secretarial pool of fire. Delightful. Lots of interesting stuff they have in the game. Gym class! Oh no, not for wrathful souls. They're just gonna bully everybody in there. They'll bully you once you get there. The wrong side of the tracks. Oh no. Lots of crashing gonna happen there. Well, it is hell. It's supposed to be bad for everybody who gets to hell. So let's make more zones then. Seems that everybody's pretty packed up around again. Go. Things are looking nice. I do have to say, this is a very cool concept. That you control both heaven and hell. as a management thing. I'm liking this a lot. But then again, I'm always been a fan of city management games like SimCity. And the city skylines. Should I play city skylines at some point again? Because the game is fun. Damn. I can siphon all of these in a row because they're close to each other. Damn, man. Siphoning those stones, those rocks, actually very easy. It's also very costly, but I'm sure it pays itself back in the future. At least I hope so. I'm sure eventually they suck up all of the stone away. At least I hope so. Once the stones are away, I can build more around there. Around there. You thought of buying City Skylines, but then discovered that it is full of DLC that should be part of the main game, in your opinion, so you didn't buy it. Yeah. I don't know why they went with the DLC route. Well, it's Paradox. It's Paradox. That's their shtick. They make the base game as basic as ever, and then they just put in tons and tons of DLCs, which should have been already in the game. But that's how always been Paradox Interactive's style of selling their games. Just look at the what is it? Crusader Kings 2. Tons of DLC, which could have been, most of them could have been already in the basic game, but marketing. That's what they do. They make a great basic game, and then they start adding stuff to it and make you pay for it. It's a great marketing business. They're really good at it. Because people keep buying them all the time. I did that with Crusader Kings and also with City Skylines. But with City Skylines, there actually is an exemption. City Skylines has a great workshop community. They make a lot of great mods for the game. So if you're gonna get yourself, I highly suggest get City Skylines, but don't get any of the DLCs. Just go to the Steam Workshop and get mods. There's a lot of great mods in there. New kind of buildings, some easier ways of getting yours. And there are cheats in there, like buildings that are cheats, but you don't need them, of course. Just play the game the way you want to. But the mods, they work really well, and some of them are actually better than what you get from the DLCs. That's what I suggest for you to do, because it is a great game. Even as the basic game, it's still great. And if you want to heighten up the experience with City Skylines, just go to the modding community. You will find lots of great stuff in there. Lots of new kind of building models, even. Not just the basic like houses that you would get in a more normal game. People have actually added a lot of houses and structures that appear in the game once they start. Well, the game citizens will start building those houses and stuff. Hey, a turnip. Yeah, it's a SimCity type of game. Yeah. Where I build in heaven and in hell. You just would feel bad rewarding company for their DLC written game, even if the DLC isn't mandatory. This is another game you've always meant to play, but never did for some reason. Eh. I just wanted to try it out because it was suggested to be by Magus, which a person we haven't seen on my live streams in a long time, but he suggested this a long time ago, and I just decided to try it out. Hopefully he sees it once this is uploaded to YouTube, so he'll know that I actually tried the game out after a long time. There's just so many suggestions in the list. It's hard and sometimes difficult to choose which one to go for next. Okay, let's see. Seraphim State Colleges and Hellward Bound Retreats. Maybe I should build a better school. I'll do that. And once for Hell. And then the Heavenly one. Can I build it here? Nope. No room. How about here? Maybe here. Maybe there. I think about this. If I'm gonna stretch that road, maybe I should do that first. Stretch the road. I get me go behind all of this. I'm gonna stretch it out here, like so. And now I can build it. I'll build it here. So what else is there? Heavenport, Earhart class. I think these are riverboat things. Because they seem to be like seaports. It would make sense because there are rivers around here that we cannot get over without those. Let's see, what else is there? Nothing. Still nothing. Don't need the Limbo bars. No need to nuke anything. We're all good for now. Okay. All good for now. I hope so too, Dose. I think they will eventually be siphoned away. At least it seems like some of them have vanished already. Not really sure if they have, but I'm sure it will happen eventually that they just vanish. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that that does happen. How should I do this? That'll do. An error. That won't work. There we go. That works perfectly. It'll do. It'll suffice. Okay. Since nothing is really happening here, let's look at another tutorial. My workforce.
Here, Your Eminence, we have a shining example of an afterlife that isn't operating at maximum efficiency. How, you may ask, do I know this? Well, if you'll allow me to bring up a personnel graph from your remote control, as you can see, this afterlife doesn't have any homegrown angels or demons, and its entire workforce is commuting.
Oh, that's because it doesn't have any training centers or topias yet.
Okay.
And would little Miss Goody Two Wings like to explain what training centers and topias are?
Why, I'd love to.
That's peachy. Knock yourself out.
Well, gee, training centers, like, train processed souls to become demons or angels. If all your demons and angels are homegrown, they'll be much less expensive, especially if you give them someplace to live so they won't have to commute. That's where the topias come in. In heaven, they're called utopias. In hell, they're called dystopias. But
Wonder
either
why.
way, it's a place for your workforce to live so they don't have to commute. So you can save more money to reward your souls.
Okay.
Or to torment them. At any rate, since training centers only recruit fully processed, permanently residing souls, it's a good idea to place your centers by a road, smack dab in the middle of your fate structures, like so. And now I'll put one in hell. We should also have topias in both realms. They don't need to be next to a road since angels and demons can fly. But it's nevertheless a good idea to put them near fully realized fate structures since they exert powerful vibes that help buildings to evolve. So let's try one here in hell and one here in heaven. Now I'll crank up the tempo and wait a few years. Very good. Now let's check the chart, shall we? Ah, most satisfactory. The only thing better than an eager demon is an inexpensive one.
Okay, so it was a good idea for me to do that already. When I did it. So those were good buildings to have. Why is everything showing red? It's not a good thing.
I'm afraid that the fate structures in both hell and heaven have gone seriously, how shall we put it?
Wackading hoy?
Close enough. The sad truth is your reward and punishment structures are so far out of alignment that I fear you'll have to use the macro manager to get them running at peak efficiency again.
Okay, let's use the macro manager then. If I auto balance tiles, it would cost me about 657,450 pennies. But if I manually do it, apparently it's only 13,000. And it's still all the structures. Yes, I'm sure. There, much better. Much better. Topias.
Ew, your topias in heaven and hell are overflowing.
Unless you can afford a rise in labor costs, I'd personally recommend building more topias.
Okay, more topias then. Topias? These are topias, okay. If it wasn't so costly, I would make a Babs Crystal City and Palaces of Pins of Peril. But since they are so costly, I'll just build these. Oh, that's we're in the wrong place. No, that's the wrong thing. Can I build it here? No, rocks are in the way. How about over here? Yeah. I think I will put it here. There. Things should be better.
Congratulations, your pandimensionalness. Hell's roads are disgustingly efficient, briskly transporting the damned from one punishment to another with a minimum of fuss.
Hey,
Awesome.
wait a minute. I thought you said...
Wait for it? Unfortunately, an efficient road system is the last thing you want in hell, and will only serve to suppress the evolution of your punishments. If you ever want to see a highly evolved hell, you had better start snarling your traffic toot sweet.
What? You don't want this to be super efficient? I get it. Diversity.
There's a cheap way to get heaven's rewards to evolve, you know. It's spelled D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. Diversity. The blessed souls of heaven just love mingling with different kinds of souls.
I thought I had a lot of diversity already.
More than a few of hell's punishments have fallen under unfortunate clouds of good vibes.
Ooh, good vibes are keen.
Yes, but not in hell.
No,
if
not in
you
hell,
wish
no.
to eliminate these keen patches of hell, I'd suggest putting a dystopia or a gift structure near the afflicted buildings.
How do I find out about these things? These things are things I need to do. Not really sure how to find out these things. Only efficient flogging allowed on hell. Yep. You would think that it should be efficient in order to effectively transport souls to their next punishment. Yeah, that's what I thought so too. But apparently the game is telling me that I'm too efficient in hell. Or something. So that's the map view. There's hell, and there's heaven. All permanent, temporary efficiency. Ah, vibes. Very good vibes, very bad vibes. There's a lot of good vibes going around here. Ah! What the hell? Ah! Get away! Jeez! That was scary. What the hell was that? Holy shit! I don't want nightmare fuel in my life right now. So I'm gonna go to bed. Not yet, but in a few hours. Did you see that face? Apparently, the delay itself is an unofficial punishment. Well, it kind of makes sense when you say it that way. The upkeep of torture rooms in hell will become astronomical if you transport the lost souls too quickly to the next punishment. Yeah. Oh, what did you miss? A hideous face. Look at that. Ah. A soul view. Tklakta. Punished for avarice. Years left at location, 5,672. Please see the Jeez, that face. So what did he say?
A few of hell's punishments have fallen under unfortunate clouds of good vibes.
Ooh, good vibes are keen.
Yes,
Yeah, not in
but
hell.
Not in hell. If you wish to eliminate these keen patches of hell, I'd suggest putting a dystopia or a gift structure near the afflicted buildings.
Well, I don't have any gift structures, so a dystopia might be the only answer. So if I put a tome here, that might help? Damn rocks in the way. So maybe that will help. How about I go to heaven and check the vibes here? Very bad vibes. There's a lot of bad vibes down here. So I guess they needed a dystopia there as well. Maybe that'll do. No, never played Dungeon Keeper. I think that thing is one of the souls that is living in hell. Because I clicked on soul view. No souls there. Ah, what the... Rewarded for peace. Klaktuk. Love the names on these creatures. Klangrekleaktu. It's almost like I'm speaking in Mayan or something. Drakraktu. These are some ugly motherfuckers in this planet. It's easy to tell that we are certainly not in Earth. Not earthly creatures, these things. There was a way of me viewing the planet, but I don't remember where. Windows, planet view. Apparently they're very neutral right now. In sin and virtue, they're very neutral. How about technology? Highest. Well, they have only got 1,500 inhabitants. Okay. Interesting. Maybe it would have been too controversial for that time to put humans in torture rooms in video games. Well, it still is. Although, nowadays it's a bit more lenient, but still. Let's see what happens if I put the tempo up a lot. And then go back to divine intervention. Well, the reds have gone.
There's a cheap way to get Heaven's rewards to evolve, you know. It's spelled D. A few of Heaven's rewards are way out of alignment, workforce management-wise. If you can find the time, you might want to hunt them down and balance them.
Personally, I just ignore the situation and hope that it goes away.
But that trick never works, Wormsy. After all, I'm still here and you ignore me all the time.
As usual, my dear, your logic is impenetrable.
Indeed. Impenetrable. Well, you can tell where I started to build a lot of stuff, because my total pennies plummeted. So she was talking about balance.
A few of Heaven's rewards are way out of alignment, workforce management-wise. If you can find the time, you might want to hunt them down and balance them.
Personally, I just ignore the situation and hope that it goes away.
But that trick never works, Wormsy. After all, I'm still here and you ignore me all the time.
As usual, my dear, your logic is impenetrable.
Zoning at infinitum charge, traffic, temp perm ratio, efficiency, vibes. Oh, she wasn't talking about vibes. Not really sure what she's talking about. Not really sure what I should be hunting down for. Simplest of Heaven's rewards starts where every book leaves off, revealing what happens after, and they all lived happily ever after. Yeah, they live in a castle. Poorly balanced, slightly undiverse, taking about 2 steps to reach, graded D+ for efficiency, charged, under moderately bad vibes, close enough to a road and putting out slightly bad vibes. How do I fix that? I have no idea what I'm doing about this. Oh, hello, question mark. Heavenly hindsight habitat. Didn't know that the generic buildings can actually get upgraded that way. It's kind of cool. Anything else that we still haven't seen before? That's the bag rub one. That's the stowaway. No, not stowaway. Castaway. There's the Jurassic Park. Well, I'm sorry, DNA Park. Oh, this is new. This whole book. Oh, it's here. Fiction pulp. So what's the description of fiction pulp? Fictional characters have all the fun, whether they're leaping tall buildings in a single bound, obsessively chasing great white whales, or wandering the moors looking for brooding guys named Heathcliff. There's no doubt that fictional characters lead much more exciting lives than most of us ever will. This is where fiction pulp comes in. Souls who find themselves in these high-tech libraries are given the ability to insert themselves into their favorite stories, leading the lives of their favorite characters. Pretty cool. Under somewhat bad vibes. How do I change the vibe? Bruh.
Congratulations, your pan-dimensionalness. Hell's roads are disgustingly efficient, briskly transporting the damned from one punishment to another with a minimum of fuss.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you said...
Wait for it? Unfortunately, an efficient road system is the last thing you want in hell, and will only serve to suppress the evolution of your punishment. If you ever want to see a highly evolved hell, you had better start snarling your traffic toot sweet.
So I'm just gonna get rid of some of the roads around here to make things more cumbersome for people to move around in. That seems to be the ticket for a very efficient hell. Just gonna make sure that I don't take any unnecessary parts away. So that's a lot longer away for them to go. I'll just take that one part away from there. Just have to make sure that there's still road for them to go for, so there's not going to be any lost souls around. Not sure if that will help, but it's done. Got rid of some of the roads. Flesh-eating beasts for evil souls. Is there supposed to be something here, or is this just borked? Looks like it's a borked tile. There. I'll fix it. There. Just looked weird. Oh, they don't have a road. See? Now all of this is black. Because there's no road. I mean, that'll help. It takes a little bit longer for people to get there. Nothing takes the ego down a couple of pegs like a few hundred years of prison politics. Overcrowded, violent, and humiliating to the extreme, these pestilent penitentiaries would normally qualify as the worst prided punishments if it weren't for the undeniably hilarious gallows humor that comes out of them. Interesting. Zoned for lust. It's frustrating waiting for the demons to erect a new lust punishment. Isn't it? Erect. Penis. So the most hellish punishment is never-ending traffic jam. Well, apparently so, yeah. Anticipating a punishment which takes ages to arrive. Mm-hmm. And actually, it really does make sense when you think about it like that. That you will have to wait for your punishment forever before you get there. It's understandable. It makes a lot of sense. Should have realized that. There. That'll do. Just gotta remember, in hell, everything needs to be extremely inefficient. The longer it takes for things to get to where they need to, the better. Apparently still the vibes are bad in hell.
More than a few of hell's punishments have fallen under unfortunate clouds of good vibes.
Ooh, good vibes are keen.
Yes, but not in hell. If you wish to eliminate these keen patches of hell, I'd suggest putting a dystopia or a gift structure near the afflicted buildings.
Well, I did already put a dystopia there, but nothing happened. Apparently it wasn't near enough. Shit. What? There we go. And then put this here. There's also some problems there, so maybe if I put one more here? That might fix things? Question mark? Let's see. Speed things up a little bit. Aha! They want zones, huh? Here, zones. Any other lost souls around? Ah, there is. Tempo down. Ah, you need this. There. Any other lost souls around? Didn't think so. Blim 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 blim. How are the vibes in heaven? I get what is the very bad vibes. It's all the ad infinitum. That's the problem. That's what's causing it. There's also lots of bad vibes around here. Vacation slides of the gods. Unlike most slideshows, the vacation slides of the gods just get more and more interesting with each ethereal click of the projector button. And since it's heaven, none of the slides are upside down or out of focus. And I'm sure they're also not vacation photos of your fishing trip with the family. So what's the story of the statue? Monuments of humility. In heaven, many humble souls have huge monuments erected in their honor. These monuments come in many forms: statues, pyramids, skyscrapers, etc. And all of them take thousands of years to complete. Well, that took, I'm sure that only took them 20 years. It's a cat's life. Cats choose. Unlike their doggy brethren, who can be programmed like robots, cats make up their own minds of whether to chase a ball, purr, or scratch your sofa. A cat's life is an ideal reward for a lifetime of diligence. Souls can choose whether to be pampered, milk-fed kitties who live high off the hog, or to run away, living the toughest nails afterlife of a stray. All in all, though, it's cool to be a cat. Oh, I can't wait to be a cat? In heaven, humble pie tastes good. You should be careful of how you say that, because that will turn into gluttony very easily. Every night, testimonial dinners, or in some cases, roasts, are held in honor of some well-deserving humble soul. Most of the time there are at least a couple of well-known comedians at the long table, there to lend the occasion a bit of acerbic wit. Just like I said previously. DNA Park. Most of the time, it's a real bad idea to mess with the fundamental building blocks of life. If you're lucky enough to avoid creating some sort of mutant virus that turns your innards into grape jelly, you still have to worry about accidentally bioengineering an unstoppable monster out of your planet's prehistoric past. Fortunately, in heaven you don't have to worry about such things and can putz around with DNA to create cows that give milkshakes, insects that spell words as they fly in formation, and purple dinosaurs that sing badly. Then explode. Yes! Make it so. Barney needs to die. Happy Harvest Farms. Food rarely tastes as good as when you've grown it yourself. The temperate blessed take advantage of this factoid every day at the Happy Harvest Farms, where pesticides are never used nor needed. Cool. Traffic jams are pretty hellish, mind you. Yep, they are. Please take a number, sir. This number says 1 million and you're just serving number 4. Please wait silently, sir. You're disturbing other clients. Give it a few years and many will be running the place. If so, it's gonna be a great place to go to. And those who do not know, Jace is talking about Manny Calavera of Grim Fandango. Let's read some more descriptions about these buildings. The perfect spot cosmic back rub. For a long time, folks have suspected that everyone has a perfect spot somewhere on their bodies. According to this theory, if you find the perfect spot and apply the right kind of pressure to it, your mind will leap out of your body and you'll briefly become one with the multiverse. All of this is true. Unfortunately, the perfect spot is a moving target, dependent on... yeah, it's okay, it changed. Why? Why did you rebuild the building that I was just reading, you assholes? Okay, castaways. The chaste blessed are coupled off by matchmaking angels and shipwrecked on deserted islands, where they live in bliss amongst the palm trees and coconuts. Should the souls get bored, they're rescued by a passing boat, paired off again, and re-shipwrecked. Not my kind of a place to go. The only non-sleazy singles bar in creation. Frankly, I can't imagine what a non-sleazy singles bar would be like, but I gotta figure that they've got it figured out into heaven. So what's this? Oh yeah, Celestech. Celestech is known as the friendliest corporation in creation. The diligent souls who end up working at one of their corporate campuses will receive the following benefits: daycare, extended maternity and paternity leave, free corporate housing with puppies, spacious offices with windows that can be opened to let in the heady breezes of heaven, extensive profit sharing, Friday afternoon barbecue parties. Truly, there is no company this nice in the mortal world. You never know, there might be. Seventh heaven stretch. In heaven, no one is picked last, and everyone eventually gets a game-winning hit, touchdown, basket, goal, or strike. My kind of heaven, because I'm bad at sports. Splurf Wars. Some time ago, the angels invented a wonder substance called splurf, a laughter-inducing foam byproduct which could be shaped, molded, eaten, or worn. The peaceful souls of heaven have taken the splurf with uncommon zeal, using it to make footballs, cars, teddy bears, and hilarious-looking weapons which they shoot at each other for hours at a time. Nerf guns, or in their case, splurf guns. Fishing holes. Fishing holes like this one have always been a haven for peaceful souls. Some come to these peaceful waters and meditate. Others sit on the porch at their cabins and knit socks. Still others skip stones. Some even do a little fly fishing when they feel things are getting a little too serene. I can almost hear the crickets now. Well, if I was at that situation, I would actually go fishing. It's kind of fun to read all of these. Deus Ex Diner. All of Heaven's restaurants are gastronomically spectacular, but few manage to capture the simple charm of Deus Ex Diner chain. In these humble-looking eateries, which can hold thousands of patrons but never appear crowded, temperate souls can order any dish they want, socialize with old friends, make goofy noises with the straws, and generally hang out for all eternity. Too bad Mew isn't here. She would like that idea. True. You still think that Chastity and Heaven doesn't make sense? They really need to rethink their advertisement strategy. Huh? Animal magnetism. You'd be shocked if I told you how many blessed souls relish the thought of being reincarnated as an animal. Normally, the afterlife doesn't work that way, but in the Animal Magnetism Center, souls do get to astrally project themselves into the bodies of animals, which is the next best thing. Unsurprisingly, the most requested animals are dogs and cats, but every 20 years or so, there's an inexplicable run on duck-billed platypuses. Okay. Spirits be weird. Gardens of Mortal Delight. In the beginning, we all lived in the garden. Or a garden. Or maybe it was a grove of some sort. In any event, this classic heavenly reward returns souls to that simpler, untainted time, wherever it was. Sometimes you gotta love the sound effects that you hear in the background. Vacation Slice of the Gods. I actually read that one already. I have read that one. Beach Trip. It's a scientific fact that food prepared and eaten on a beautiful beach tastes better than food just about anywhere else. In the afterlife, this principle is carried out to the nth degree in the form of a never-ending beach trip. Bang infinity, dude. And this just appeared. The only nuns... No, actually, that's the wrong. This one. Cloud9 Labs. The diligent souls of Cloud9 Labs are always coming up with something to make the afterlife even better than it already is. Last year they stunned the scientific community with the introduction of the non-slip halo, the non-abrasive wing loofah, and the computerized soul locator. Who knows what they'll come up with next? So roads, vibes in hell, and utopias.
Okay. Here's the deal.
Yep.
We angels just love our utopia cities, but they're getting too crowded.
You
Can you,
love.
like, maybe build us a new one or upgrade an old one? What do you think, Jasper?
I think you've gravely mistaken me for someone who gives 2 hoots in hell. Hoot, see? I can barely get out 1 hoot.
But you got another one out, so you do give 2 hoots. Okay, let's upgrade one of these. Under moderately good vibes. It's almost $1 million to upgrade this. I'll still do it. Yep. A divine utopia. The Babs Crystal Cities. Well, it was 50,000 cheaper than building a new one. So it kinda works. Okay, still vibes and roads are bad in hell. Well, the roads problem I can't do anything about right now. Or ever. But the vibes, I don't know what to do about that. I've tried to fix the vibes here in hell. But, not really sure what to do about them. Maybe if I upgrade this one that is closest to all of the hellish things that have good vibes. So upgrade that. Yep. I'm losing money so fast. Okay, Lust Freezers. Those who allow... Excuse me, I have a lost soul. Tons of lost souls. Hurry, hell. They want some brown. Okay, I'll build you some brown. There. There's some brown for you. No more lost souls. Okay. Let's put it to slow and start reading stuff. Ghost Town. The lustful souls in ghost towns have been sentenced to an afterlife of unnerving solitude. Upon entering the abandoned towns, each soul is turned into a phantom, unable to touch or affect the world around it. The souls believe themselves to be alone, but they're not. They just can't see the other phantoms. Sometimes the soul catches a glimpse of another phantom out of the corner of its eye, but then only makes the loneliness worse. Lust freezers. Those who allow the heat of their physical passions to rule over their hearts and heads are here condemned to spend eternity in a giant freezer with only their guilty thoughts to keep them warm. The Itch. These sloth punishments are simple yet evil. First, the damned are given persistent, annoying itches in difficult-to-reach parts of their bodies. Then, their hands are bound up in cute little high-tech manacles that prevent them from scratching. Finally, they're dumped onto a field of plush, satiny, almost frictionless pillows. Demons come from miles around to watch the poor suckers twitch. The Age of Aquarium. The simplest of pride punishments requires little or no demonic upkeep. The damned are given a set of functional gills and dumped in a giant aquarium where their every move is ogled by abused demons. Punishing Peep Show Pavilions. The punishing peep show pavilions are just plain nasty. As the name suggests, they're buildings full of old-fashioned peep show machines. It's hell, though, so there's a couple of twists. Twist numero uno. The faces of the lustful damned are sewn directly to the viewports of the machines, and their eyes are propped open. Twist numero two. The films running through the machines aren't erotic, dirty, or even titillating. They're merely evil. They're so evil that the damned would gladly scratch their eyes out. If they could. Hellrose Place. These apartment complexes are Render's nightmare. They features running water that's dirty, comes out in a trickle, is never the desired temperature, gas stoves that periodically explode, an environmental control system that automatically adjusts itself to ensure maximum discomfort, surly, obnoxious, louder than heck demonic tenants scattered throughout the building, guaranteeing that no one gets any sleep. But hey, the rent's free. Yeah, that's the good thing. Taco Inferno. When the gluttonous damned first arrived at Taco Inferno, a seemingly courteous demon waiter tells them, "Be careful, the plate is hot." He's not kidding. The plates, the tacos, the lettuce, the soft drinks, everything in Taco Inferno is served at a minimum temperature of 937 degrees Celsius, and is forced down the patrons' eternally regenerating throats with demonic relish, which is also too damn hot. Jesus. Welcome to your flightmare. Submitted for your approval. An envious soul boards a plane. The demon sitting next to him has halitosis and wants to sell him a set of gold-plated lawn jockeys. He moves to another seat, only to be confronted with a little old lady demon who is strangely compelled to tell the life stories of her 234 grandchildren to anyone within a 2-meter radius. He switches seats again and again, only to be confronted with an infinite barrage of boring, obnoxious demons. Return your minds to their fully locked and upright positions, and remember to put your sanity in the overhead storage compartment. You've just entered hell. Out of the frying pan. June 23rd. Frying pan hotter than I remember. Going to jump. Maybe fire will be cooler this time. June 24th. I was wrong. Demons laughed as my hair ignited. I'll never make that mistake again. June 25th. Demons have put me back in the pan. It's hotter than I remember. Maybe I should jump. Diaries of the Damned. Mephisto Press. Oh. Screaming subspace voids. Some time ago, demons figured out that the best way to punish lustful souls was to cut off all their physical sensations. One of the more innovative means to that end is the screaming subspace void. First, the souls are placed in straitjackets to prevent them from trashing around. Then their eyes, ears, and noses are plugged. Finally, a cable is attached to the back of the straitjacket, and the damned are lowered into a black inky void. And that's pretty much it. Insanity usually sets in after about 10 hours. I would say 10 minutes. The secretarial pool of fire. In any large-scale bureaucracy, there's always a lot of paperwork. And who better to do it than the slothful damned? Ooh. Renaissance Pain Fair. Pain as in bread, because it's French. Spending an eternity being forced to eat bacteria-laden steak and kidney pie with a slice of moldy old cheese on the side is bad enough. Compounding the torture by making the damned wear goofy Renaissance outfits and speak as in olden times is downright inhuman, but then that's what hell is for, no? Yeah, I do find it very amusing. Let's see what else we have here. Jerky City. This mildest of punishments for avaricious souls teaches them a grotesque lesson about greed. The demons in these cities have rigged, don't ask me how, so that everything a soul touches turns into processed meats. It's sort of a Midas touch gone horribly, horribly wrong. The most valued items in the cities are those that no one has touched. But the greedy natures of the damned eventually get the better of them, so nothing stays demeated for very long. All in all, it's a pretty pathetic sight. With the constant oppressive heat, these places stink to high heaven too. Let's see, what else do we have here? The Collective. In hell, communism doesn't work. Immortal Back Alley Battle Warriors. Demons love a good video game, especially when they can mix business with pleasure. In the Immortal Back Alley Battle Warrior arenas, the wrathful are forced to engage in endless bloody crippling one-on-one fistfights with each other, their bodies controlled by the gleeful demons wielding psycho-empathic joysticks. Whatever those are. Amphitheaters of Anguish. Whatever your least favorite form of music, bagpipes, accordions, Eurobeat, faux rock, rap, or lame-o 70s guitar bands, the Amphitheaters of Anguish will be featuring it constantly. That's what I thought it was. That was correct. Renaissance Pain. Let's see what else. The Not So Divine Comedy Clubs. The good news is there's no cover charge to hear the worst stand-up comedians in all of creation. The bad news is there's an infinite drink minimum, and the demon bouncers won't let you leave until you've finished. Pinhead Pizza. All the mouth-watering pizza in this place are laced with sharp, pointy things that rip open the esophagi of the damned like an overripe tomato. God damn, these are so descriptive sometimes. Dollhouse. In this humiliating punishment, the damned are shrunk down to the size of dolls and turned into playthings of nasty little demon children. The dollhouses come in many varieties, but the most popular is the Malibu Stream House. Of course. What else? Unfixable machines. There's a joke in hell that goes something like this. Question. How many proud souls does it take to fix an unfixable machine? Answer. Who cares? Shut up and get back to work. Demons make lousy comedians. Oh boy. So, is there anything else that I've missed here in hell? There's gotta be something that I've missed. It's the amphitheater. Dead Man's Curve. Popular music aside, there is no such thing as a highway to hell. There are, however, plenty of highways in hell. They're used to punish envious souls who just can't be satisfied with what they have. When the damned arrive, they're given a clunky old rental car with no stereo or air conditioning, of course, an out-of-date map, and vague directions that will supposedly lead them out of hell. Once they hit good old Route 666, though, they'll be permanently stuck in a never-ending logjam of commuter traffic. If they could just sit still, they'd probably be okay. But their envious natures cause them to switch lanes at the drop of a hat, snarling traffic even further. Whew. That is a punishment. For certain. Hell Octoplex 666. Remember that scene in A Clockwork Orange where Malcolm McDowell was being forced to watch a seemingly never-ending series of violent and pointless movies? This is infinitely worse. And the popcorn sucks. The wrong side of the tracks. Even hell has the proverbial bad side of town where even demons fear to tread after dark. Life is pretty cheap on these mean streets, and Afterlife even cheaper. The avaricious souls trapped in these urban cesspools eventually turn to a life of brutal crime, hoping to make the big score that'll buy their way out of the hood. But that score never comes. Ever. Convention of the Damned. Hotel 666 welcomes the slothful damned. Today's activities. 6:30 a.m. Hot cold step aerobics by the whirlpool of despair. Mandatory. 9 a.m. Incontinental breakfast in the brown room. Mandatory. 10 a.m. Workshop. Making the most of your downtime while being disemboweled. Mandatory. 11 a.m. Seminar. Feeling good while everyone laughs at your deepest, darkest secrets. Mandatory. 12 p.m. Sack lunch. Mandatory. 1 p.m. Lecture. Everyone is very happy you're dead. Mandatory. 3 p.m. Workshop. Maintaining productivity levels while your bowels are being reinserted. Mandatory. 5 p.m. Dinner in the yellow room. Featured entertainer will smash a large vegetable with a hammer. Laughter mandatory. Gallagher reference. 7 p.m. Lights out for the damned. Those not reporting to their rooms will be punished. 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. motel-wide party. Demons only. People don't... The souls don't even get to get any sleep because the demons will be partying through the night. These descriptions are awesome. They really put a lot of effort into this. The real underworld. This is the true story of 600,000 people picked to live in the pits of hell to find out what happens when people stop being real and start being damned. The real underworld. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. I think that's supposed to be a joke about True World, which was a show. Or The Real World. That was a show on MTV about college kids living together, or something like that. The Burning Annex. These low-pressure, low-yield dormitories train damned souls for the duties of demonhood in a laid-back, casual manner. I think I've read that already. Sweatshops. At the bottom of Hell's labor hierarchy are the sweatshops, which should in no way be confused with sweet shops. In these overcrowded, underventilated little industrial hovels, scores of slothful souls silently yet speedily sew sequins into demonic loincloths or perform other humiliating tasks. If they meet their quotas, they get to sleep for a couple of hours and dream of a better afterlife. Dreams are encouraged in hell. They make the horror of the waking world that much more poignant. They really put a lot of effort into all of these descriptions. Undeveloped astral territory. This little section of the afterlife is completely undeveloped. Yeah, because there's nothing put there. Hell's ad infinitum siphon. The afterlife would quickly lose its appeal without a little touch of the infinite to keep souls constantly happy or sad. Without the infinite, severed limbs wouldn't grow back. The 403rd helping of apple pie wouldn't taste as good as the first, and souls would soon grow bored with even the most pleasurable painful of fates. Fortunately for you, the every fabric of the afterlife is interwoven with thin strands of the infinite, which are more than capable of charging the multiple paradoxes found in the typical afterlife, at least up to a point. You see, the ambient infinitum level in most afterlives just isn't high enough to soup up your rewards and punishments much past the halfway point. If you want to run a really snazzy afterlife, you'll have to find some more infinitum. Enter the ad infinitum siphon. See those rocks scattered hither and yon about the afterlife? Those rocks are infinitely heavy, man. They're teeming with infinitum, just waiting to be sucked up by an ad infinitum siphon like this. So that's how they work. And also, I did notice that people have been typing here, so let me check. Do they have infinitive elation at some building? Probably. Also, build the punishment as far down the road from the entry and exit gates as possible. I will. Hey, Ben. It's okay. These things happen, you know, real life. It's certainly a reference to the real world. That entire description as a joke was a joke on the show's intro. Yeah, that's what I thought. Next time you play, if ever again, build one road in a spiral or sinusoid shape for maximum surface area and hellish congestion. Actually, yeah, I should do that. Because this game is not going well. I'm still going down on the money. The money is totally not mine. I mean, I'm heavily in the minus. Minus. Yeah, it's a city building game. You build heaven and hell at the same time. And try to manage them both in separate ways. You are a new building that has appeared here. The incomparable band. In heaven, marching bands don't suck and everyone gets to play a real keen solo. Whoa. I wonder if there was anything up here that I didn't read. Valentine Town. Okay. So maybe an entire town where everyone is continuously celebrating Valentine's Day may sound too cutesy for words. But in heaven, it's a concept that works. Really. Trust me on this. The good space. In heaven, just like on television, you can always find a good parking space with plenty of time left on the meter. Ooh. Cool. The choir invincible. In these massive choirs, even the most off-key and timid of souls will eventually sing like, well, an angel. And everyone, and I mean everyone, gets to sing a solo every now and then. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Lands of milk and honey. For some reason, souls that have led temperate lives tend to seek out afterlife rewards that mix nutrition with indulgence. These simple groves, filled with dairy farms and beehives, seem to keep them happy. Oh, that is very good for them. And there's Splurf Wars. Happy Harvest. I think I've read everything that we have here so far. Unless new buildings come up, I think I've read everything. Zone for Chastity. Coming soon, a brand new Chastity reward. And that's the Valentine Town. Sleazy. Your home is your castle. In some parts of heaven, diligent souls are given the weekend off. Forever. During these eternal downtimes, souls can finally finish all that work that they wanted to put into their houses. The new coats of paint, the additions to the garden, the basement rumpus room. Now they finally have all the time they need to turn their house into a home. Lost and found. One of the curses of mortality is that we are forever losing things. Money, marbles, sanity, innocence. It all seems to get misplaced over the years. In heaven, charitable souls can find everything they've ever lost just by looking for it. Under a seat cushion, or behind a desk, or buried down in the backyard. It's all there, waiting to be found. You are already a winner. The most insignificant of rewards for charitable souls turns them into instant winners of fabulous prizes, which are spread out over an infinite year period. Best of all, the prizes aren't presented by some cheesy second banana entertainer. Second banana entertainer. Monuments of Humility. Oh, actually, we know of that already. But apparently it's about to change to something else. Let's put on some... I would put on some speed, but the thing is broken again. Why do you do this? Why do you break? Oh, actually, I might know. There we go. Put some tempo and see what it turns into. Ah, DNA park. Cool. Yeah, I checked that already. So let's see, is this on Steam? No, GOG. That's where I found this. If this game would get a remastered version, there would totally be punishment in hell. You missed the stream because you had mandatory punishment for today. So yeah, this game is on GOG. Yeah, not in Steam. At least I haven't seen it on Steam, so... Heaven really needs some carnal pleasures. What is the point of living a life of chastity if the reward for that in heaven is more chastity? Do you let yourself read a strategy guide if you fail hard enough during your first run? Nope. Never. I don't read manuals. Everybody should know that about me already. I never, ever read manuals or even strategy guides. I may look up a hint or such on how to get the management work a lot better. So technically, I might take a peek at a strategy guide, but I prefer not to play a game the way everybody else plays the game. I prefer to play the game the way I want. And if I suck at the game, then I will suck at the game. And usually with these kind of city management games, SimCity or whatever, I always suck. The only management game that I really actually am good at is City Skylines. That game actually is where I can be good. SimCity, all the SimCity games, and as you can tell from this, I really suck at these games. Because they are tough. They're tough games. SimCity games are tough. They're pretty difficult. But yeah, with this, I don't think I would ever look at a strategy guide, ever. Only if I want to get a hint on how I could improve a little bit. But that's only for that. Just to improve a little bit. Otherwise, nope. Not even a glance. But that's how I play these games. But I think I will leave this one here. It's a very fascinating game. I actually do like this a lot. Hey, wait a minute. I see some clover leaves around here. These are new buildings. Animal magnetism, I read that already, but what is this? Well, that's a garden, but there's something. Lucky Town. As the name implies, everyone in Lucky Town is lucky. Real lucky. You may think you're lucky when you win a few bucks in the lottery or when you turn on the radio just as it starts playing your favorite song, but you don't know when beans have luck. Have I mentioned that everyone here is lucky? Good. Yeah, I think we got the gist of that place. The Happy Carnival. Some souls just want to go to the carnival. They won't be disappointed. Heaven's carnivals are everything a good carnival should be. There's a sideshow that disturbs, yet entertains. There's acre after acre of rickety, yet safe rides. There's a mile of frustrating, yet winnable games of chance, and cotton candy made out of clouds. Best of all, it's got a great funhouse. Well, a carnival should have a great funhouse, otherwise it would be a very bad carnival. Even though if a carnival doesn't have a good fun house, that is not a good carnival at all. And also it should have a good house of mirrors, because those can be fun as well. But yeah, I already said, I will leave this here. I don't think I will continue playing this tomorrow. I think I'm gonna play something else. Not really sure. Was a fun run. But yeah, if anybody else likes these kind of games, I highly suggest this, actually. This is a really well done and a lot of fun. That rhymed. I mean, it's very similar to SimCity. If you ever played any SimCity games, you would be getting right into it. Easily could get into it. You have always been interested of how much bandwidth are you using while you are streaming. I actually don't know. I don't even know how to look that stuff up. So if somebody knows how to look that kind of stuff up, do let me know. Then I'll look it up and tell you the numbers. Because seriously, I am, like I've said many times, computer tech stuff. I'm a dumbass with that. I just don't know. Don't know how to do that kind of stuff. Or even look it up or anything. A road in hell. They say that the road in hell is paved with good intentions. Well, I don't know who they are, but they're dead wrong. As you can see, the road to hell is paved with sticky hot tar mixed with broken glass and bone shards, which is a whole lot more painful than good intentions. Ugh. And they make people walk on that stuff. Hell is pain. About as much as you do watching if you watch in source quality. Well, that's one way to check the bandwidth, I guess. Like I said, this kind of technical stuff I have no idea about. But yeah. I'm gonna leave the live stream here. I'm gonna leave this game here. I might try another game tomorrow. Because I don't feel like coming back to this game. It's a fun game. If anybody's interested in it, go and get it. It wasn't even too expensive on GOG. This is like $10 or so. It's an old game, so they are cheaper usually. So it's not very expensive. Can I build an acorn? No. I don't build any of these. I just zone the area and watch what is built there. That's how these games work. You don't build anything yourself. You just put stuff in and see what happens. But yeah. Thank you everybody for joining the live stream. Hopefully you had a good time here. I know I did, because this game is fun. €10 is a lot on for your budget. No. C'est la vie. You know. But if this game comes on sale at any point, I'm sure then it's like €2 or something. Usually on GOG, these old games go like into 80% or even 90% sales. So if there ever is a sale and you see this game in there, grab it. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be playing something else. So thank you everybody for watching. And I really do hope that you had a good time. And remember, if you ever get to be a manager in heaven and hell, Don't build too many roads in hell. Make them suffer for their trips. And in heaven, don't overcrowd it. This is a bit overcrowded. It causes bad vibes around. And don't get people too close to these, your advertisement stuff. It's not good for either place. I think that's the only advice I've got. So you guys take care, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new game. Don't know what, but it's gonna be something new. Take care now. Bye. La la la. I didn't mention, but the music is quite nice in this game. Kind of fits it. All this chanting and choir singing. Pretty damn good. Hi.